make sure everything shows up. I believe we are live. Can anybody hear us out there?
Are you live on your page or the Junket
Uh,
page?
it's just on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, you can hear us. Great, great. We got the okay. Episode 22 of the podcast. First, I've got to apologize. I've been a little lazy here lately. Tons of heather. 23? Oh, okay. Wife's already corrected me in the background. Episode 23. Been stupid busy here lately. It seems like running around too many irons in the fire, but it is what it is. We'll make do. So episode 23, we are here with one of our great sponsors, PD Signs and Graphics. Nick, how the hell are you, buddy?
Good, sir. How about you?
Ah, you know, I had the day off because we went to 410s. So you'd think Mondays would be great, but I had a funeral to go to today, and it's not the greatest, but the celebration of life for Jimmy Getz. He was a well liked man. I tell you, the parking lot was absolutely packed. Uh, I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about it. So, I, if I could get a quarter of the people that showed up for his, I think I'd be liked. So I know you've been a busy man here lately.
Swamped. It's been great.
Swamped. Can you? Well, I guess let's just start from the beginning. How the hell did you get into making graphics and apparel and whatnot, and then all of a sudden, like you're on the derby scene, just blowing it up?
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, PD sign. Well, the design aspect of it came about when I was in the Army. I used to design stuff for people all the time. Just over time, I improved my abilities, and actually, in July of 2020, I kind of hit a rough patch, and one of the guys that served within the Army, he owns a pretty lucrative wrecker service. I'm sorry, in Michigan. My wife and I visited him and his wife, and he had me work on designing a vehicle wrap for him. Paid me well over what I thought I was going to get, and he told me to take that money and get paid for my work because I deserve it. So, kind of ever since then, that's when the business aspect was born. Started out just producing business cards, stationery, and just paper products. So we went under the business name Parchment Department for paper. Then over time, we grew into being able to offer the apparel side of things, and started out doing small signs, and we moved into large signs, doing the LED backlit signs, the message centers, banners, and just everything. So now we offer everything under one roof. So for the most part, if it exists as a consumer product, we can do it. So apparel, embroidery, we do the direct to garment, direct to print, pretty much everything apparel. And of course, we offer signs, and we work with some of the best fabricators and installers in the business, and do trophies, plaques, decals, custom stickers, you name it, we do it.
Gotcha. Now, do you remember? I'm going to put you on the spot here. Do you remember
Sure.
the first time we talked?
Uh, you know, I don't remember that. I think was it Gaston maybe
It was
or
it was at Gaston.
okay, yeah, it was at Gaston. So uh, I'll tell you before I met you, I was actually sitting around the fire because the past couple years, I sponsored the Sextons and the Marion Mafia, and we were sitting around talking after one of the Grant County shows. So like, man, I really want to do like a PD Signs demo derby, like no rules, like the Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right. And Danny Sexton actually mentioned you, and then the Gaston show went. So I knew that the Sextons were known for their hard hits on that C3. So we were sitting up in the stands. They were getting ready to come out, and I asked Danny, I'm like, who's the man in charge? He goes, the man in the bibs. I'm like, all right. Well, I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna go be serious, and I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. And then I knew that the hits would come out, so I think I came up to you. And I don't remember how much exactly, but I'm like, hey, I want the hardest hit on the C3. Full send. Here's some money. And I went back to the stands. I came back and I'm like, hey, you know what? I want even more. So here's even more money. And then I gave you my card. I'm like, hey, hit me up. I want to work with you in the future. And I think our relationship kind of blossomed from there. I think it's awesome.
I tell you and I'd be lying if I didn't. The first time they said this guy wants to talk to you, and I turned around and you're heading over that way, and I'm like, what do they want? I'll take complaints after the show. I don't want to do it, in between heats. I figured you was going to come out there, that, hey, you made a bad call, because I get a lot of that.
Sure.
And you come out there and you said, hey, I got $200 for the hardest hit in the C3 class, and I was like, huh? Like that never happens like that. And I'm like, all right. And so we run the next heat, and I believe the C3 is about to come up. They're cleaning out the pits, and here you come again. You said, hey, I want to do $500. What's your PayPal? And I was like, okay. Yeah, and then we just hit it off from there. You've been doing all my banners and whatnot, and I thought I had the cheapest place to do the banners, shopping around and whatnot, and you just completely blew that out of the water. And you're super quick. At least back in them days, you was super quick. I think you was 3 days out.
Yeah.
What you got me all my stuff. Now I would say that it'd probably take a little longer, because it seems like every other day you're making roof signs for somebody, or you're making team shirts, or you just kind of dove headfirst into the derby world, and it's paying off.
Yeah. I've been super stoked, actually. I think it kind of goes back to when we first linked up. I mean, this year we're sponsoring the Outsiders group with Dustin or Rooster, Stephen Owens, or Doot and Josh Owens. And then, every time I see them derby, they put on great shows and stuff. And, I wanted to kind of tie in, Junket Promotions, PD Signs, the Outsiders, all, I want PD Signs to be in there saying, hey, we offer these great products, like these guys will offer great shows. And then it's just been, I don't know, man, it's been awesome. Friggin', I love it.
Yeah. And I tell you, I'm constantly in your ear too. Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? And you're so quick to hit me back, and dude, I just love it. I love it. I'm glad we hooked up, and regardless if you're going to be a sponsor from here on out, I'm definitely planning on using you.
I appreciate that. Well, I plan on continuing to sponsor you. Like I said initially, I just wanted to get kind of close to the derby world and learn the ropes and host my own show. But after the first couple of your shows, I quickly realized I didn't have the time or expertise to even try to promote it. So I realized that my financial interest in the derby side was way greater than my interest in having my own shows. So, with the derby stuff, my wife and my stepson, they're really into it, and I wanted to better my relationship with them. So I know Braylon's been wanting to run for years, and I've been in his life for about the last decade. So we've been taking him to derbies, and actually, thanks to you, we got the chance to actually get him into a derby when you found him a car, and ultimately you gave him his first shot. So. Like I said, since then I knew when I saw her Junket Promotions, I wanted to see PD Signs go with that. And I think I'll keep probably beating this over and over, but I know your shows are going to be great, and that's what I look for when I consider doing any type of sponsorships. And
right,
I just don't want to give money away. So I think that great shows, great product, great representation of PD Signs, and I think that you guys offer all that. And I want people to tie in greatness to the both of us. So absolutely, man. I'm gonna. I feel like that I've had a return investment, so I'm gonna continue to invest. And having PD signs on your banner is definitely drawing business from teams that attend your shows, like say Mikey and Team Fueled. They were our first big clients that came from my sponsorship with you guys, and I think since then we've done stuff for other teams. And of course, I mean you helped open the door to the city of Muncie, and
Yep.
Like I said, now this year we're doing the Outsiders, so which I would be remiss to say these badass mother truckers. Made sure that I was told to slide that in there, which represent them in the background. I got their team apparel hanging up, ready to go. My boys roof sign in the back there. So
yeah,
it's been kind of cool.
The Outsiders have definitely brought the competition to the full size class, and yeah, I give credit where credit's due. Would I had a full size class without them? Most definitely. Would I have had the turmoil without them? Probably not. And I believe it's good to have the controlled chaos out there that, hey, we're coming to kick your ass. Oh no, we're coming to kick your ass. And it makes it bigger and bigger and bigger. And of course you can go by, the polls or the, how many people say they're coming. If this year, if the full size class isn't the main show every year, I don't know what else to do. But there's going to be a lot of people that are coming to make sure that that the Outsiders are not 1, 2, and 3, and that's not going to be an easy task whatsoever. So, it's and they was 1, 2, and 3. Steven ended up with the overall Reaper Award, 1 of 4. They're well-rounded guys, and they just know what to do. It's clicking for them, and they're beating everyone's ass. I mean, that's just all you can say about it. So,
I mean, I think it goes at least for the Outsiders. I mean, I think they go beyond the great team that they are, but I mean, they're actually some great individuals. Dustin, man, Rooster's got heart of gold, and he's actually helped me perfect these roof signs. Which that's huge for me. I mean, obviously, again with that sponsorship, so they've definitely pushed out that return investment. I'm stoked to be a part of the Outsiders, and again, Junker Promotions.
Yep. Well, they're already asking because I named that we was doing a giveaway, so I'm going to announce it a few times going over the whole podcast. How you enter the free giveaway. First, you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel, totally free. You have to give this video a thumbs up, and then in the comment section, just write done. And by the end of the podcast, we're going to draw one person. That person gets an absolutely free sign donated by Junker Promotions and PD Signs and Graphics. You either give him a design or he'll design it for you, but everything is covered. The cost-wise is covered by the two of us, and we're going to get someone a free roof sign, which is roughly, right now you're running a special. They're like $100.
Yep, $100 before tax. I mean, I still have to run a business, so I got to pay the state their dues. $100 before tax. Ship anywhere in the United States. Online, they retail for $215. So I think we're going to run it for about another week. This may be the last week to run it. It's kind of slowing down. It's been great, but we gotta make money somehow.
Yeah. Well, you I seen you post something earlier today. How many signs do you think you've made so far?
I think we're at 25 or 28. So it's been great.
Nice.
I think the Outsiders. I think I gave them like 12 of them. So
right,
I kept messing up. The first one I made, trial by error, man. The first one I made was just a single sheet of 030 double-sided aluminum, and it was so flimsy. I mean, it was like worse than this piece of paper.
Right.
And Dustin's like, I'll make it work. And I'm like, nah, it's not good enough, man. I'm gonna redo it. So he was all for trying to make it work, and then so I redid it, and then I made the colors just blended too much, and he's like, that's fine, it's fine, just for the next time, remember that. And I'm like, nope, it's not good enough, man. I want perfection. So I made him made him all another sign.
Yep, yep. And I'll tell you, anybody that doesn't value that in you is a fool. Anybody that just to throw, garbage. Short story. We just had a cookout over the weekend. My ribs tasted fantastic. Everybody's like, they're great. But I couldn't pull the bone out of it. They was crap. They was crap. I was so upset. They was crap. And if you have that mentality that you will only settle for the best, obviously, PD Signs has exploded, and you have now went full time. Is that correct?
Yep. I spent pretty much my entire adult life as a police officer, and just after it was August or September last year, officially done with that. I wanted to focus straight, just full time PD Signs. And, I haven't regretted it. I love making my own schedule, and I love sitting down and getting these designs knocked out, and making everybody's dreams become a reality. So.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when I first met you, you was a police officer.
Yep.
You was a firefighter.
Yep.
And there was something else.
EMT.
An EMT. There you go. And then you're also a veteran.
Yes. Yep. We PD Signs, veteran and firefighter owned, still on the volunteer fire department, still an EMT, and yep, definitely. Was in the Army and joined it February 2006 as a military police. I did a total of 8 years, and did 6.5 on active duty. Got out as a Sergeant E5. So pretty proud of my service.
Thank you for your service. That's definitely another job that just goes, unthanked. And that's one of the reasons that Junket Promotions has always been red, white, and blue. We start off with a prayer. We thank our servicemen, police officers and firefighters that are keeping us safe, but also the boys that are over in the sand right now that don't have the luxuries we have. They give all, they give it all, and it's if we could go on for hours about that, about how they're treated in politics and whatnot. We won't, but they definitely have my heart. That is for sure. So, how many years was you a police officer?
Between the military and civilian, 2006 to just last year. So I don't know, a long time. I can't do math very well. I can draw. Math is a quick one, so I don't know.
Right.
18 years, 15.
Gotcha.
I don't know, something like that.
And when you was a police officer, I believe I seen it on your wife's post. You actually broke your leg or your foot saving someone's life, didn't you?
Yeah, I snapped my ankle. Just popped it April of last year. Jumping in, the guy was told had a medical emergency, and he was face down the creek. So jumped in and was trying to wade through the water, and it went from about shin deep to about waist deep real quick.
Yeah.
And during that shit, man, it just broke. It was horrible, but I still managed to get to the guy, man. It was very painful, and I remember holding him up and like waiting for the fire department to get there, and I was just like, don't cry. But it was bad, man. It hurt so bad. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 days after the break, I'm all casted up, and I tried to stand up, I think to go to the bathroom or something. It just felt like the worst pain ever, and ended up having a blood clot. So it was a whole nightmare, man. Just like pure hell.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I think we're done with that. So.
Right. And you've made a total recovery since then, correct?
Yep. I'm able to. Well, I would say run and jump, but I like to eat and I sit down a lot.
Brother, I
Not
haven't been
much
able to
running.
run and jump for years, so
Yeah, yeah, not much running involved, but I'll do my little truffle shuffle if I have to.
right.
Yeah,
There's only
100%
two
recovery.
times that I have to run. That's when a dog is chasing me or a derby car is coming over the blocks at me. Other than that, I don't run.
Yeah.
Oh lordy. So how many? Now the fire department. You was on a couple different fire departments, wasn't you? Or was that police
I've been with
departments?
police departments. Yeah, I
Police
kind
departments.
of
Okay.
felt like I had a little gypsy soul, so I've kind of been everywhere. Um, but I ended my tenure with the Blackford County Sheriff's Office, so
Yeah,
kind of wrapped it up from there.
I got you. I got you. And you was what? You was running the department or at the fire department?
No, I mean I'm a captain. I've been a captain there for the last 2 years. But the EMS captain. So, like I said, I'm an EMT still. Help run the public affairs side of it. So, our public information officer, EMS, training, and coordination of all medical personnel. So,
I got you.
and our billing. We do our billing for the fire department as well.
I got you. I remember when I come to your house to get the banners the first time. Yeah, we had to reschedule a couple times because you was just spread so damn thin. I was like,
Yeah,
how does this man have time to sleep?
I didn't. I was doing, man. I had too much going on at one time. I mean, I was full time police, fire, doing the ambulance, and then running my business, and it was just constant. Man, I was working from the time I woke up, and the time I went back to bed. I started to quickly realize that ages me quick. I think when we first met, my hairline was actually here.
I had a lot less gray too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That is great. And then I correct me if I'm wrong. The first time you sponsored us, didn't you send me a check for like $21,000 on accident or something? Was that
I
you?
think no, it wasn't 21,000. I think it was like 3,200. It wasn't
So
that much. I've never been that rich. Oh wait,
so
no, you're right. I did.
it was
I
you.
did. I was like, hey, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah,
I called you
yeah,
up and I'm like, hey, there's just too many zeros and too many numbers in this, and
yeah. There's too many late nights and not enough sleep. I think I told Jess too. I think we were at a derby. I think we were at a derby, and I said, "Oh, I'm sick to my stomach." And she's like, "Is he keeping it?" I'm like, "I hope not."
No, not at all. And that what made me think of that was because saying you was so busy. Here I got this check for astronomical amount, and it was way over. And I'm trying to get with you to give you your check back, and you're just so damn busy. We eventually chased you down. How? What? Where was that church? You
Oh
was
yeah,
in,
right at the Blackford Delaware County line.
yeah, you was in a squad car, still working.
Yep, yep,
And I had to come give you this check back. It
yeah.
was that's how busy this guy was. Like, you know, just busy, 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 busy.
Feel like, man, that's all I do is just work. And now I mean, I still work a lot, but I think just now I don't have to leave just as much. And the fire department's been really awesome on realizing, hey, you put in your time. I think I'm still at like 70+% on our run percentages, which is pretty good. But the last few runs, unless it's priority, I don't have time to do it right now. And they've been awesome about understanding and picking up the slack. So it's been great.
Yeah, yeah. Because when you're on them kind of jobs, it doesn't matter if you just sit down to eat or you're in the middle of the grocery store. When the call comes, you got to go. I mean,
Yeah.
there's lives on the line, and you just have to do it.
Can you say that louder for my wife? I think she she gets it. She's been real understanding, but I can't remember this one time I chose work over us, and it was on our anniversary dinner. We had plans to go out to
Oh
dinner.
boy, oh
And
boy.
we're at the stop sign just around the corner from my house. We get hit with a structure fire, and I'm like, gotta go. And I bailed out the car and I'm running to my car. And I felt like a butthead, man. It was,
Yeah.
whoops, no more. If we're out, pager goes off. And, I still got some work to do as far as that end goes. And I'm trying to be more family oriented and less work. But man, I'm a workaholic. I love to work. And for the most part, me working, she gets to read her book more. So I get to stay out of it.
Gets to read her book more. She's a good gal.
Yeah.
I've met her several times, and you know, she's a lot like my wife. With the craziness of Demolition Derby, they
Oh, I
don't.
thought you were going to say the craziness of a woman.
Oh no, 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 no. My wife's sitting right behind me right now,
I know. I see her eye.
taking notes of who has done all the stuff and say it's done, and making the ticket. So I definitely would not do that with her behind me. But it's they don't get enough recognition because of the stuff we do. You running PD signs and graphics, constantly being busy, being on the police department, the fire department, the EMTs. All I do is I'm just a hillbilly that just gathers a bunch of people together to wreck cars. Uh, but man, she puts in a lot of work too. You know what I mean? And I've seen your wife putting in work, and you know it takes a strong woman to stand behind a guy that has crazy ass ideas and to keep us going. So shout out to both of them. They're both awesome. So I just got you brownie points.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, she all in the background, so we're doing something right.
Yeah. I cannot believe you went on a call though on your anniversary time.
Yeah, it was a fire, man. It's got to get going. It was structure.
Oh, oh, oh! I'm hearing it in the background.
Uh, she
Every
does that.
year, every year, a place that I no longer have. Um, I don't even want to talk about them because it's history. Every year they would have their derbies in July, and it always fell on our anniversary. Um,
Oh,
so how my wife coped with it when I was derbying, she would tie cans to the back of every one of my derby cars and write "just married" on the back every year. Just married, just married, and I'd drag cans out there and start derbying. Then I become a promoter, and I tried to change that date, and of course it didn't happen. And she still put up with
awesome.
it. So derbying is a
Man,
huge part of our life. It always has been, and man, she's more supportive than you could ask for. So
that's awesome.
I'm seeing a lot of people in here that are saying done. For the ones of you that are just joining and you don't know why everybody's putting done, you need to subscribe to the channel, absolutely free. You need to give a thumbs up to this video and then comment done, and you are automatically entered into a free raffle for a free roof sign, totally free to you, covered by Junker Promotions and PD Signs and Graphics. Pretty simple. If you want $100, well, that's at a discounted rate for the $100 roof signs. You said it was like two something
Yeah,
online
it's
right now.
215 is what the online retail at. So
Gotcha.
it's a
That's
good deal.
absolutely free. All you got to do is hit a couple buttons. So, if
Yes, sir.
all right, all right. Where are we gonna go now? So PD Signs and Graphics. What exactly you do? I didn't know you did car wraps. Like you wrap
Oh yeah.
whole vehicles even.
Yep. Man, literally, you name it, we'll do it. We team up. We got a really great partnership. Tracy Reynolds, she's our installer. She's been in the industry for about 30 years. Does a phenomenal job, and she comes out and does all of our stuff for us. We'll do the legwork as far as plugging everything in, getting the dimensions, getting everything ready to go for her. And, she comes out and just does an awesome job, and licensed, insured. I mean, she does just great work. So I
Yeah,
can't say enough good stuff about her.
yeah. I seen a post the other day, and you said I'm missing the guy's name. thanks for trusting us with your wrap. And I'm thinking wrap, like, but it was a white truck, and then it turned black, and I was like,
Yes, sir.
what the hell? Like you wrapped the whole truck.
Yep, yep, the whole thing. It's pretty awesome. We got a nice little video on our Facebook page at PD Signs. Go to facebook.com/PD Signs 765. Check out the cool videos we do. We try to highlight all of our customers, give everybody a shout out. Like I feel like if you trust us enough to do your business and support your business, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give your business a plug and say nice things about you because you said nice things about us. So
Right.
and kind of highlight both of us.
Gotcha. So now you do all that in house as far as printing for the like the wraps and whatnot. Now is that a vinyl, and how long does something like that usually last on a vehicle before you had to peel it off?
It just kind of all depends. I mean, it just depends on the type of material you use. I know with 3M, I think it's guaranteed for 7 years, where you can pull it off for 7 years.
Oh wow.
So after 7 years, you can pull it off and not damage anything, and it won't break apart or anything. And then after, it just kind of depends on how you put it on, whether they put it on as or put it on in. I'm sorry, and just a lot of variables. So I know, unfortunately, I think the manufacturers only guaranteed the vinyl for I think like 3 weeks, but I mean they last for a while. So
I guess.
except that fluorescent stuff, man, that fluorescent stuff's done quick. So
Yeah. Now, one question that I have to ask that a lot of graphic people just can't do. As a matter of fact, I got a little cutter over here myself, and we refuse to do. Can you do chrome?
as far as like chrome vinyl,
Chrome vinyl, lettering.
yeah, I mean there's vinyl out there. If it's got that chrome look, we just gotta order it in from 3M or the manufacturer, bring it in. I mean it's brittle, super brittle. I mean we can even do gold leaf if you want. So
Yeah. Now, can you do the chrome on your printouts on your big printer? Is it?
no, so like UV printers and stuff like that are like a big old inkjet. So you don't have those vibrant colors. You'll have the texture. I mean, we could do like it'll look like it is, but then when you go and feel, it's just a flat hand tone.
I got you.
So it's a bunch of red, greens, and blues mixed together.
I gotcha. So, have you ever thought about doing what they call them door wraps? It's not wrapping a whole vehicle, but guys will design or have designed like teams. Like for instance, PD Signs and Graphics team, and then it'll have their number, the logo of PD Signs and Graphics, and the phone number. And have you ever thought about doing something like that possibly?
So we have. It's simple. I mean, as long as they don't want. It depends on how much they want to spend. I mean, if you want for us, it's not worth it to quote our customers for that chrome and that fluorescent colors. But we can do contour cuts on the UV printed vinyl and the just use those solid Pantones. But yeah, I mean it's definitely something we would like to do. I think this year we're actually gonna with sponsoring the Outsiders, at least one of their cars, we're gonna try to do that.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Outsider surprise. So that's kind of something we're gonna do for them. So it kind of helps my wife. She wants to get in and be more involved as far as that goes. And
Right.
she has a lot more patience than I do when it comes to wraps and any type of vinyl. Because if I pull it up and it's wrinkled, I'm just like, I'll ball it up and go get another one. But she takes the time, make sure everything's smooth. And
Yeah.
I think she's just gonna be officially. She's unofficially my installer. She just doesn't know it yet.
Gotcha. Oh, Lordy. So we have been talking a little bit about you're going to do me some big checks this year. The Happy
Yes.
Gilmore checks.
Yes, I'm excited for it.
I am I'm super excited. And of course, I would have to announce it on April 1st, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is an April Fool's joke." And I was
Yeah,
like,
I picked that up too. I'm like, no, for real.
"No,
I wouldn't have designed it.
right, right." Threw it out there that hey, if someone can make a better design than us, we'll possibly use your design. No one's taken the time to do anything. I think they still think it's April Fools, but it's really not April Fools, and I can't wait to hand out them big Gilmore checks. Uh, it's there's something about it. Like, yeah, Demolition Derby costs a lot of money. You will never make what you put in. It's a loss. It's a sport that you've got to strike it up as, hey, I know I'm going to lose money, but I'm going to have a good time. Uh, but them little pieces of plastic or them metal trophies, that's what it's all about. They last forever. They'll never go
Right.
anywhere, and the bragging rights that comes with it, man, I just cannot wait to hand out that first Gilmore check. Like,
It's gonna be awesome.
oh, I'm
Now,
so ready.
have we locked in a design yet? Because I know on the designs there was some feedback, but then again, more thought it was a joke. So
Yeah.
I saw this one guy. He posted a really awesome patriotic one, and then he also posted a different one with some derby cars in the background. I thought those were pretty cool. Oh wait, it was me.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, right, right. Uh, I don't know. It would be awesome. They would have to wait though. That's the only bad thing about it. But say say Rooster won full size at Gaston, we'd get him a full size check with his car in the back of it and whatnot. I just hate to make people wait though. I like to have it on
Yeah,
hand and
that instant gratification thing kind of goes away, and they're
right.
all excited when they get it, and then
Hmm.
2 days later it's like, no, where am I going to put this thing?
Yeah. What the hell am I going to do with this? So, got a few people in the comments are asking what everybody's saying about the Dun. If you're just tuning in, you got to subscribe to the channel, absolutely free. You got to give the video a thumbs up, um, and then comment in the comment section, done. And if you do them three things, you're going to be entered into a drawing for an absolutely free to you roof sign, either designed or you can give him your design uh, by PD Signs and Graphics. They'll ship it off to you, and it won't cost you an absolute dime. Both of us are covering it. So just do them three things and let us know. By the end of the podcast, we got about 20 more minutes to go here. I like to keep them right about an hour. We will do a live drawing. If you guys have been paying attention, my wife is right back here with a bucket. Everyone that's saying done, she's checking to make sure your likes are on there and whatnot. She's writing your name down on a ticket and taking care of it. So,
I
well,
just realized that I didn't. I'm not even monitoring the comments, and I got we Rooster or Dustin. Somebody asked who Rooster is, but we do have a raffle that we're doing for roof signs.
yeah,
Yep. So not in case I know we only got one free run through here, but Dustin Hill and the Outsiders group, they're offering up $10 spots. They got 15 spots for a live bucket draw when everything's full. So you have the chance of winning, a $215 yard sign for only
for
$10.
10
And
bucks. For
yeah,
10
get a hold of
bucks.
Dustin, and we'll keep that going until the time runs out, or until all 15 spots are filled. Once they're filled, and he gets payment for all 15 spots, then he'll do a live bucket drawing, and we'll be able to push out some more yard signs. Or I keep saying yard signs, roof signs. Sorry. The campaign season, man. I'm doing a lot of
Yeah.
yard signs.
Yeah, well, you even on the off season, you still was able to get me some campaign signs. If you guys seen them signs that was spread out through Muncie and Delaware County that said Gaston had the date, the two Derby cars. This guy right here made it happen overnight. Called him up, said, "Hey,
Literally.
I need this." They was on my doorstep like the next day or the day after. Like it's, I don't think he shipped it. I think he just got in the car and he run over here and threw them on the porch and just put his own label on there because it doesn't make any sense how quick this guy's turnaround is. But that says something about you, brother.
Typically, it's that way. Right now, I think so. We've got the Outsiders group, and if they're just joining in again, they are some badass mother truckers. Hashtag Outsiders. But with the Outsiders group, I don't even know what I was saying, man. I just squirreled it. Our turnaround time. So we got the Outsiders we're sponsoring. We sponsored Ski Joe Racing this year, the 21 and 35 cars for dirt tracks. And, all their fans have orders too. So we're behind, but we're picking up. I think this week we'll be back on track and having everything up. The Cub Scouts in Marion just did a pretty massive order. So that, has helped with our delay, which is fine. I'm perfect with it. And everybody seems to be pretty understanding. We've got a couple vehicle wraps this week too, and that takes a lot of time out with the designing and then getting everything printed and cut and measured. And then the actual installs take all day, sometimes 2 days. I know Saturday we started at, I think, like 5 or 6 a.m. and we didn't get done until 7 p.m. But it turned out awesome. I mean, it was great. But, just things like that's kind of slowed us down. There's only, I think, 2 or 3 of us that go at it. So, we're not a brick and mortar yet, still running out of the house. And, I think some of the companies have a better advantage as far as that goes. But, I try to compete with the best of them, and I'll keep fighting until I can't no more and keep working until I can't anymore.
Well, hands down, like I said, I was ordering banners offline, places claiming to be the absolute cheapest. It would take 4 to 5 months to get them back. You cut the cost. I'm wanting to say it was less than half. Like you blew them out of the water, and I got them in like 4 days. Like it's I tell you, like, kind of my thought process behind even doing this is, again, when I first started, it was all just straight contracting out stuff, and I would have people that I would go to different businesses and try to throw them some of my customers, and the quality just wasn't what I, as a consumer, would want. And I'm not dogging them by any means. I just have an eye for certain things. And, they say if you, don't complain, or however they say it, I don't know. But I wanted to do better. I didn't want to just complain. I wanted to be that difference. And I think our products are real high quality. We still make mistakes. We're still human. You can't tell maybe from the picture, but the Outsiders design, the design was perfect. It was loved. And then when it goes to print, it was a little white. So it kind of blends. We're fixing that. We've got just a ton of apparel. So, we do mess up. But I think Duke's wife is very understanding. He asked me if the sweats were the logo is supposed to be on the front. I said, yeah. He goes, what? I don't think they are. And I'm like, no, they are. Sent me a picture of his wife wearing them facing frontwards, and you didn't see the design. She turned around and it was running down the back part of her ass. And I messed that up. No, he was cool about it. Man. He was super understanding. We're getting those fixed. I try not to. We try not to mess up, but again, we are human, and 2-3 of us trying to do stuff. And I've gotten a lot of compliments, some complaints, but overall, we're still feel like still a 5-star company. Some people have said that we, they felt like they were rushed, but say as a consumer, I spend money just like everybody else, and if I want something, I want it done. Yep. So as a business, I don't like to wait. So
people may think maybe it comes off as rushing, but I just want to offer those a fast quality product. And I always try to apologize as much as I can. Hey, I'm not trying to rush you or anything, but this has to take. I do take time to get everybody's layouts done. I don't charge them for the layouts, which I probably should. Most people do, but I want people to see what they're ordering. So I'll do the mock-ups for free, and then when you don't hear back, it's like, man, I know it wasn't my service. I know it's not the design. It's great, and then 2 weeks later, you see it on somebody. You're like, well, that was I did that, but you didn't do it, because they took your design and went somewhere else. So, I try to move pretty quick and do follow-ups, and I don't know, customer satisfaction, man. I mean, if you're not happy with something, I'm going to do everything. Obviously, profit is what you want to make in business, but I'll be the first person to take the loss to make sure that I make our customers happy. So.
Yep. And I tell you, I had to disagree with you. I don't think your company is a 5-star. I think your company is more of a 7.5 out of 5.
I appreciate that, man. So, that means a lot.
And you was talking about stealing your designs. We had been talking, and you posted some of them, and we're going to have some available come the first Derby. The coffee mugs with the Junket promotion on them and whatnot. And as far as stealing designs, there was another bot or whatever it was actually stole your picture and was trying to sell cups of Junket promotions on our site. I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Bro. Wow.
It was just people trying to scam other people. I've had people that, hey, I signed up and it said that I could watch live. Listen, I don't have the equipment to do live on site and whatnot. I'd love to. Man, just taking people's money away from them.
Right.
Just aggravates the shit out of you sometimes.
Same here, man. I mean, it's just like get a job. Yeah. Like, I don't understand why people scam.
Yep.
Can't stand that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I got a question. I usually, anybody that's been on the podcast, I'll give you a few tips and hints of what I'm going to ask. But I purposely left this one out.
Uh-oh.
So this is going to be the first time he hears this. It's going to be the first time his wife hears this.
Good thing she stepped out.
Every year we come up with Junket versus the World. Last year we allowed a couple of our sponsors to step in to make 10. Is that something you're interested in?
Make what now? A rule?
Oh, no. Actually getting your ass in a car and going out there for the Junket class.
I
don't have to answer right this second.
I would do it. I mean, I definitely want to, but I'm not sure if you met me. I work at a computer. I have no dirt under my fingernails. I know how to drive though. I can drive. I've never drove. I've never intentionally crashed. I've avoided my entire adult life has been structured around avoiding crashes. So I think I do pretty good avoiding everybody.
Right.
Well, it'd be something I'd be interested in. That'd be cool. Okay. But do you have like pillows?
Yeah.
Because I break pretty easy. I'm a fragile soul.
We don't call them pillows in our garage though. We call them pussy pads.
Yeah. Hey, I work at a computer. It is what it is.
It is what it is. My dad's like, I don't care. Put the whole damn couch cushion in there.
That's right.
I want it all. I'm old, so.
I think I'll tell you what. I think what the Derby, I think it was a Grant County Derby. I experienced, and that was kind of me saying, I don't want to be a part of that. It looks freaking awesome, but it was Danny Sexton in the C3 class and Mark Burton. I think it was a Grant County Derby. I'm not sure if it was one of yours or not. But Danny did a full send across that track and crumpled this van that looked like a friggin' Pinto afterwards. And I don't know how he walked out of it. But I said, ooh, no, I don't know if I could do that.
There's something about that C3 class that just it doesn't. I don't want to say it scares me because I'm not scared of a whole lot, but it scares me. I'm not getting in that class. They're a bunch of nutcases, is what they are. Like,
I tell you, that's I mean, honestly, that I won't talk down about anybody. But that's what drew me to the Saxons, man. They are just some hard hitting, no give a shit crew, and I love it. Like they hit hard. And I wish I had enough to go around to sponsor them again this year. But like I said, I kind of got to be sparing with the money because we aren't huge.
yep,
But they definitely go out and they hit hard, man. So
yep, yep. They've got a few. They've got a few of my Reaper awards, that's for sure. And that class, it's almost like you got to have a little bit of brain cells missing to get in that class and drive the way you need to win. Because you say go, and the best way I can describe it is you got a big hornet's nest on your porch. And instead of going over there and trying to use smoke and the bee suit and whatnot, you just go over and smack it with the damn broom, and that's the C3 class. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I think that the night we met and I started just throwing money like it was a strip club at that C3 class, man. And that was the hardest hitting C3 I've ever seen. And they were just balls of the wall, tires flying everywhere. I'm like, this is freaking awesome.
Yep.
And I said, I want this all the time.
Yep. Yep. It is definitely, I got some comments that we're going to read a few comments. Someone in here, one big ass target, he knows me personally, obviously. So I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to read through the comments. I'm not going to say if you said done or not. But one more time, if you want to be entered into a free roof sign, absolutely free to you, covered by Junker Promotions and PD Signs and Graphics, all you have to do, subscribe to the channel, absolutely free, give this video a thumbs up, and then type in the comments, done. You'll be added to a ticket, and we're going to draw here pretty soon, but we're going to go through some comments real quick. Oh, let's see. Outsiders in the house, Dustin Hill. We knew that. As long as I don't do it on Thursdays. He gets mad at me when I do it on Thursdays because he has pool night. Let's see here. Well, there's a lot of people entered. Oh, yep. Dustin said make sure you tell him about the giveaway. This running to
We hit on that one. I could reiterate if you want me to, though.
Go for it.
The Outsiders group and PD Signs are teaming up, and we are offering up $10 slots for 15 spots for a roof sign giveaway. So you can earn a $215 roof sign for $10, and just got to fill up the spots. Once the spots are full, make your payment to Dustin, and they'll do a raffle. I think we've done 2 or 3 of them, and there's a couple people that have won already, and I think one I still got to get done. So I apologize in advance. This week I will have everybody's roof sign done. I know Team Perry, I got their signs done, just waiting to get their apparel done. I apologize again for that. We've been super busy, but I haven't forgot. I got a whole tracker. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm going to get everybody.
Hey, if you're not busy, you're not doing something right.
For sure.
I mean, the busier you are, it means you're doing something right, and everybody wants a piece of it. So,
I appreciate it, but as a consumer, I want the product paid for it. Right. I understand everybody's frustrations, and I do apologize. So,
we got a question here. I'm going to throw at you. From Vondo Games, how fast can a moose run through 3 feet of snow?
I think that's a question for you, sir.
I heard 30 miles an hour, but I am not sure. It's a joke me and him got going on. Oh, yeah, one big-ass target said, who is Rooster? See, now, this is when you called me earlier, and I said, I have something special for a podcast with Rooster. See, these two guys constantly are barking at each other.
Uh-oh.
But what's funny is they could sit at the same table and share a hot dog. Well, probably not a hot dog You know, it had to be a big feast. But they'd eat together. They'd be cordial.
Sure.
When it comes to demolition derby, they're both at each other, just and it's went back and forth, back and forth. Well, the one's kind of been out of the scene, and Rooster's he's barked at him a few times that, hey, come on out and play. But anybody that's not familiar with who I'm talking about, his name's Kevin Ravenstein. We call him Grizz, and I'm pretty sure that's who one big ass target is. So,
All right.
To see them two, if you watch the battle at Muncie, this was a few years back. Grizz and Rooster just absolutely trying to kill each other. Just Kevin was in an Imperial, Rooster was in a 03 and newer, and they was just absolutely waylaying each other. And it had to come down to a mechanical failure.
Uh-oh.
And that's what decided it, and Kevin got the best of him that night. And still, Rooster has not been able to get his revenge, so we'll
This
see.
is the year.
We'll see.
Back by PD Science. Outsiders got me.
Oh, let's see here. Easy to say. I don't know. There's a ton of them. Ashley, have you seen any that I really need to read? Because there's a bunch of them.
His car would be wifey built.
Do what?
Just that his car would be wifey built.
What is his wife?
Car
Oh,
does be wifey built.
that's well, you know, your wife's commenting that your car would be wifey built if you. Oh, she didn't comment that.
Oh, well, it probably would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, when
She helps build cars, man. I mean, I think our roles are reversed. I do the arts and crafts stuff, man. It seems like she's the mechanic-y one, and I feel like my man card should be revoked 9 times out of 10. But I will tell you, in my defense, last year I will take credit on getting our derby car ran.
yeah.
I plugged a hole from the fuel cell and it started up. So you're welcome. I'm a mechanic.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. That is actually that's awesome. Well, we're gonna do it one more time. We're coming up on an hour. If you want to be entered for a free roof sign, absolutely free to you, all costs covered by Junk Promotions and PD Signs and Graphics, you got to do 3 simple things. You got to be a subscriber to the channel, absolutely free. You've got to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and then comment "done" in the comments. And hey, that's it. That is all you got to do. So
I saw a couple people on here, Moose, ask about the signs. We can put absolutely anything you want on them. Just because we posted some templates online, it's not limited to anything. Obviously, we try to, because we are a business, we try to avoid putting our name with anything that would be controversial. But we'll give it to you. We just won't put our name on it. We won't share it. So we'll do whatever you want to do. If you have a theme you want, Reaper, whatever you want it. Clowns, Reapers, whatever. We'll do it all. So,
puppies and flowers.
yeah, if you want that, we do it. If you want half-naked women and Toyotas, we'll throw those in there too. Just let me know. Just some stuff we just can't post. I mean, we're proud of a lot of the stuff we do, but we try to be, a business, so we try to have that professional front.
And the copyrights are a thing that will take you under.
Yes. Yeah. So if you want certain stuff, I mean, we're not risking. We are an LLC, and we are registered with the state, and we are actually vendors for a lot of major entities. So we won't do any copyright stuff. And I'm sorry, it's not worth it. $100 roof sign is not worth a $10 million lawsuit for copying down Cinderella or somebody. So
yep, or putting just a Nike symbol on it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Yeah.
Just a little swoosh,
Yep.
So, all right, Ash, do you wanna bring them over here?
Yes, we can do anime. Sorry, somebody asked.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do whatever you want.
They also got their giveaway for Nick. Do you want to tell them one more time?
Oh,
before
yep.
we do the drawing?
Well, actually, I forgot about this one. So we have the raffle, but we also are doing. Dustin, correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully, your comments are real time, but I think it's if we can sell 5 or more yard signs. I said yard signs again. See, it's campaign season. 5 or more roof signs. We already have 2, so we just need 3 more purchases of roof signs. Then we are actually gonna. We'd like to do more, obviously, but 5 or more, you'll be entered to win a free roof sign, or you get your money back. So if you ordered $100 roof sign and you win it, then you can rather have your money back or get another roof sign. And I think we're going. I don't know if it. I think it ends in a week. Am I right, Dustin?
All right. While we wait on him to, we have everybody that has done the 3 things and said done. You want to draw, or you want me to draw? No, you got to have on camera. We're not. I ain't got a brawl on either.
Me neither. Listen, it's not a podcast without some
Yeah.
family friendly. My wife's watching. Never mind. Through Sunday, by the way.
Robert Songer is the winner. Robert Songer.
Congratulations.
So Robert, you see the number on the sign, or Nick is on Facebook. Would you rather him get a hold of you through your personal Facebook or PD Signs and Graphics?
Either one. The PD signed one will constantly send me a reminder until I respond, so that's probably the best one.
Okay.
So I can add it to my tracker. Yeah, congratulations, Robert. Whatever you want on there, we'll get it done. Fully customizable, absolutely no charge to you. So get a hold of us at facebook.com. PD Signs 765 is our URL, or just PD Signs and Graphics in the search bar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. That is going to be it. Usually I do a last word for derby drivers, but I'm going to do a last word for businessmen. Or hey, you get the last sentence here. You go for it. Whatever the hell's in your head you want to say, you go ahead and say.
Me?
You say it.
Outsiders are always looking for sponsors. They are the team to beat this year. So be a winning business, join a winning team. Outsiders.
There you go. You've heard it. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been a crazy episode. Thanks again, Nick, for joining us tonight. And thanks for everything you do for Junker Promotions. Man, you make life a lot easier. I promise you do. So
I appreciate that. And appreciate you guys having me on the show, and all the awesome comments of how great we are. That means a lot. It means we're doing something right.
Yes, sir.
Makes this old guy happy. So yes, I appreciate it.
All right. You all be safe. And until